The Dutch Prime Minister says he's deeply ashamed by what he described as a series of anti-Semitic attacks against fans of an Israeli football club. At least 62 people were arrested, 5 were injured in what police described as deliberate attacks on fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv in Amsterdam. Earlier, fans from the Israeli football club were filmed chanting racist slogans against Arabs. Israeli fans also tore down Palestinian flags in the center of Amsterdam before the game against Ajax. Security measures have been increased in the city, and protests have been banned in the aftermath of that violence.
5 people of the Maccabi Tel Aviv football supporters were admitted to hospital briefly, and they all been released already. So there were light injuries mostly among those supporters. Dozens of them had light injuries, and there are no more missing people, because there were some rumors that some people had not been accounted for, but everyone now has been accounted for, and most of these Israeli football fans are now already at the airport or on their way back to Israel. But because these are Israeli fans and also Jews, the mayor of Amsterdam really called it a pitch black day for Amsterdam, saying that the international reputation of the city, also as a Jewish city, is really been damaged. As she said, it was very embarrassing. And I have to remind our viewers that the history here, most of the Jews who are living in the city of Amsterdam have been deported, also with the help of Dutch people at the start of the Holocaust in the 1940s. So that's why this is a very sensitive issue here for the Netherlands and for Amsterdam. She actually also didn't give any context of why this happened suddenly after the match happened, because there was a whole lead up. Thousands of Maccabi supporters were in Amsterdam to attend this match with Ajax Amsterdam, and they were in the city already days, and a lot of things happened in between before this riot started after the match. So this is what the mayor had to say about this, and this is what I asked her in the press conference. Because this didn't happen out of the blue last night after the match. You already described there was a Palestinian flag burned, there was one taken off a building, there were songs chanted by the Maccabi fans, also very much insulting to Arabic people. So there was a whole context that led up to the events, which of course are very deplorable, which happened last night. And you're not describing this context. The Maccabi fans were also taking their part. I interviewed just one of them before I came here, and he also called it, yeah, we did some provocations, yes. So he admitted that. So that part of the story is also not being told.
Let me say that we did describe the context. I described it in general terms, and our commissioner described what happened on Wednesday night, before everything erupted. But I want to make clear, we are used in Amsterdam that there can be tensions. There are many demonstrations and protests, and we are always prepared for them. And of course, they are related to the situation in the Middle East and the ongoing war in Israel and Palestine. But what happened last night is not a protest. It has nothing to do with protest or demonstration. It was crime.